Okay, while everyone's getting ready to do our Lam Rim meditation for this week, I'd like to read the prayer list. Prayers for happy rebirth. All those killed by natural and man-made disasters. All the Tibetans have been killed or have taken their own lives in the struggle for religious freedom. Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, Venerable Losam Churki, Dr. Diane Kelson, Andy Chauvin, Ray Allen DeMarcy, James Foley, Wendy Johnson, Stephen Sotloff, Robin Williams, Arnold Winnant, and Jersimi the cat. Job search. Roseanne Verona, Joey Gooch, Joe Griffiths, Jim Kay, James Illig, Michelle Matich, Alex Schwartz, Greg Weaver, Sandy Wimbish. Prayers for health and well-being. Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Venerable Margaret McAndrew, Venerable Churki Lamo, Venerable Losan Tsering, Geshe Sangpo's mother, all those harmed by natural and man-made disasters, for the Tibetan people and for the Chinese authorities. May the nonviolent path lead to full reconciliation and religious freedom. Bill Alford, Russell Allen, Lisa Baranski, Jim Barnes, Luce Barona, Narcissus Barona Sr., Roseanne Barona, Bob and Rochelle, Willa Cherritt, Deanna Dietzler, Chiusano and her children, Anna Clark, Dimitri Diamandopoulos, Suzanne Diamandopoulos, Diane Foreman and son Brad Wolf, RG, Gigi, and AC, Jimmy Gooch and family, Mildred Gooch, Tracy Haas Thompson, Kathy Hayashi, Francis Hayashi, Leslie and Joan Inman, Nick Jablins, family of Wendy Johnson, Kenny Jackson and Buddy, Helen Kasanoff, Jessica Kasanoff and the Pristop family, Nina Kowalski, Shanti and Kurt Latimer, Mary Lojek, Danny Love, R.M., Judy Martin and Andrea Martin, Tom McGinnity, Catherine Mayer, Sarah Miller, Colleen Mitchell, Shia Molly Mitra, Evan Merdelin family, William Oliver, Jay Pandya, Cindy Wimbush, Parrish, Anna Papard and her many cousins throughout the Ukraine, Eileen Rubin and family, Ariana Scott, Rosemary Cease, Sarai, Basil Shute, Nancy Sorbet, Lobsan Tupton, Brady Ware, Dion Washington, Jessica Whitmore, Olivia Wilson, Shay Wokolwicki, Dorje and Kadro the pigs, and Scooter the dog. So should we do some prostrations to the altar? Thanks. Okay, so let's go to the first base sheet in the white prayer book, and let's chant the refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Sangye Chudansa Kichonam La Janchu Badu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Petsunamgi Dola Penchu Sangye Tu Pashok Sangye Chudansa Kichonam La Janchu Badu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Petsunamgi Dola Penchu Sangye Tu Pashok Sangye Chodon Soki Chonamla Chanchu Baju Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Petsunamgi Dola Penche Sangye Tu Pasho. And then way up at the top, let's read the four measurables in English. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Then if you'll turn the page, at the very top, see the 7-limb prayer. So let's recite that in English. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Okay, and then at the back of the first beige sheet, pink sheet, there's a mantra. It says Long Medicine Buddha Mantra. So let's do 7 of those for Geshe Sangpo's mother, and also for everyone on the prayer list. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanze Guru Bedyurya Tabaratsaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanze Bekkanze Maha Bekkanze Bekkanze Raja Samugate Soha. Then flip the pink page over, and then let's recite the praise and request of Lama Tsongkhapa. Mig tse wei te chen chen re zik Dri me kempe wampo jampe jenkepe tsugen songkapa lo sanjape jabla soade. Okay, and so I'd like to repeat this, what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. The benefits of this practice, according to Lama Zopa Rinpoche, I regard as the most important thing in the world anybody who dedicates his or her life to achieving Lam Rim realizations with the goal to liberate numberless beings from the oceans of samsaric suffering and bring them to enlightenment. Keep the mind in Lam Rim, Guru devotion, renunciation of samsara, and bodhicitta. These things help you to not commit negative karma again. Every day, meditate on the Lam Rim and keep it in your mind, even during break times from sitting meditation. And Geshe-la said this to the Kadampa Center nuns when we were invited to his home. Reciting the Lam Rim outline is superior to saying millions of mantras, to having clairvoyance or seeing deities. Review meditations leave imprints of the Lam Rim on your mind stream like footprints in the sand. Make many footprints in the sand. This is how you increase the chance to meet Lama Tsongkhapa's teachings in your next life. The footprints will stay a long time, whether the footprint is good or bad. Okay, so I think everyone is familiar with how to meditate. So just important thing is to keep your back straight. And whenever thoughts or emotions arise, you know, the things unrelated to Lam Rim, just note it as a thought and just let it go. So today's topic is leisure and opportunity. So if you just sort of relax, and you're welcome to move the chair if you get cramped or anything, it's fine. You know, just try to be kind of mindful for the others. And if your cell phone is on, if you kind of put it on mute, would be good. Volume 13, Outline to the Great Treatise on the Stages of the Path to Enlightenment Instructions by Tsongkhapa. Homage to Manju Gosha. There are 4 main parts of Lam Rim instructions. Showing the greatness of the teaching's author in order to establish that it is of noble origin. Showing the greatness of the teachings in order to develop respect for the instructions. How to listen to and explain the teachings which possess 2 qualities. How to lead the students with the actual instructions. How to lead students with the actual instructions has 2 parts. How to rely on the teacher, the root of the path. The stages of how the students train their minds after they have relied on the teacher. The stages of how the students train their minds after they have relied on the teacher has 2 parts. An exhortation to take full advantage of a life of leisure and opportunity. How to take full advantage of a life of leisure and opportunity. An exhortation to take full advantage of a life of leisure and opportunity has 3 parts. The identification of leisure and opportunity. Contemplating the great importance of leisure and opportunity. Contemplating the difficulty of attaining leisure and opportunity. The identification of leisure and opportunity has 2 parts. Leisure, opportunity. Leisure means freedom from rebirth in any of the 8 conditions that lack leisure. According to Nagarjuna, they are to be reborn with wrong views or without a conqueror's word, or as an animal, a hungry ghost, a hell being. An uncultured person and a border region, a stupid and mute person, or a deity of long life. Opportunity has two parts. The 5 aspects of opportunity that pertain to yourself, the 5 aspects of opportunity that pertain to others. The 5 aspects of opportunity that pertain to yourself are being human, being born in a central region, having complete sensory faculties, having reversible karma, and having faith in the source. The 5 aspects of opportunity that pertain to others are that a Buddha has visited, that the sublime teaching is being taught, that the teaching remains, that there are those who follow it, and that there is caring for others. How to take full advantage of a life of leisure and opportunity has 2 parts. How to develop certain knowledge of a general presentation of the path, the actual way to take full advantage of the path. Meditation on the great advantages of the perfect human rebirth, from Lama Zopa Rinpoche's book, The Perfect Human Rebirth. The perfect human rebirth is extremely rare. It is so fragile, it could finish at any moment. Lama Tsongkhapa does not mean that we have never before had a perfect human rebirth in our infinite previous lives. He means that it is so rare, and it has been such an unbelievably long time since our last one, that it is as if this were the only time. When we look at the causes we needed to create in order to have such a life, we will see how miraculous it is. This is the degeneration of time, when the world is seeing more and more fighting, more and more famine, more and more trouble, and more fear. As the delusions of the sentient beings that inhabit the planet increase, so does the incidence of natural disasters. Everything is becoming less and less harmonious. The teachings still exist, but their time is almost up. There are still great teachers, but for how long will they be around? This perfect human rebirth is also rare in terms of numbers. Countless other sentient beings exist with us on this planet at this time, but how many are able to benefit from the teachings of the Buddha? Very, very few. The Buddha explained that compared with the number of beings in the lower realms, the number of beings in the upper realms is like the amount of dirt under a fingernail compared with the amount of dirt on earth. The number of lower realm beings is unimaginable, And as small as the number of beings in the upper realms is, the number of human beings is far, far smaller. And of course, the number of human beings with a perfect human rebirth is far, far smaller still. Consider the great herds of animals in Africa, or the millions of birds that fly in the sky. There are billions and billions of tiny creatures in every part of the ocean. Under every road is a city of insects. Every tree has its populations of sentient beings. Human beings have the capacity to understand the Dharma, but so few have the merit to even meet the Dharma. Most people don't have enough education or money to do much more than survive. Look at how few places in the world are free from drought and famine. How few are free from war and terrorism. Look at how few people are not dominated by gross ignorance. Of those on any religious path, and of those who are Buddhists, how many have the opportunity to follow the entire path? Even in places like Southeast Asia, where the people are devoted Buddhists, they have no access to the Lam Rim, and no way of seeing that this is what is really needed. Even those who say they are religious spend most of their time chasing sense pleasure in the same way that non-religious people do. Forget about striving for enlightenment or liberation. It is rare to find somebody just trying to become kinder. Merely hearing the word bodhicitta requires an incredible amount of merit, let alone receiving the teachings on how to actualize it. How few people in the world have this great fortune, and how incredibly lucky we are that we do. We need to realize how incredibly rare it is that we have met the Dharma and have access to the entire teachings of the Buddha, and how tragic it is that so few people enjoy this amazing opportunity. Just this understanding should cause compassion to arise. This thing that is more precious than skies full of wish-granting jewels is there for everybody, but so few can see it. The decision to practice Dharma from this moment on is by far the most consequential decision we can make, because it affects billions and billions of future lifetimes. It takes great determination to turn away from samsaric life. It all depends on our motivation. We face situations that require a choice 1,000 times a day. Before, we would have had to choose between the better of two samsaric situations. But now the choice is so simple. Do we choose to do something beneficial or something destructive? Do we take the essence of our precious life or waste it? We have the freedom to choose between enlightenment or hell every second of the day, and even the smallest, most insignificant actions. Just as success in worldly projects requires constant effort and determination, success in our enlightenment project requires continuous meditation on all the Lam Rim topics. Wherever we are, whatever we are doing, we are faced with the Dharma teaching. If we have the wisdom to use every situation in that way. By always being aware of what is happening and constantly watching the actions of our body, speech, and mind, we can turn our life around so that every moment becomes a Dharma moment, a moment that takes us one step closer to enlightenment. Okay, so for today's discussion topic suggestions, one is how to take the essence of our precious human life at home and at work, how not to waste it. Another suggestion, how to choose between enlightenment or hell every second of the day, and even the smallest, most insignificant actions. Or any other one that you decide that you'll, but try to keep it focused on leisure and opportunity if you can. Okay, so you want to divide up into little groups, and this is what Geshe wanted us to do. He asked us to discuss the Lam Rim topic, so we appreciate your input. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. So, while you're grabbing the little booklet that's in the basket, it has the foundation of all good qualities on it. I'd like you to read what Lama Zopa Rinpoche says about it. Reciting a Lam Rim prayer every day is the fundamental daily practice that renders each day of your life most meaningful. When you recite a Lam Rim prayer mindfully from beginning to end, your recitation becomes a direct meditation on the entire path to enlightenment and leaves imprints or seeds of the realizations of the path on your mental continuum. With each recitation, you draw closer to enlightenment and therefore closer to enlightening all sentient beings, which is the main goal of your life, the purpose of being alive. This is the unbelievable benefit of doing direct meditation on the Lam Rim every day of your life. So let's recite the foundation of all good qualities by Lama Tsongkhapa. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and difficult to find again, please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativities and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows in Samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who showed the noble paths and the spiritual friends who practiced it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. So let's send some dedication prayers on the pink sheet of the prayer book, starting at the top. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. And so the next time we meet, hopefully, then the topic is death and impermanence. And we're going to have a Guru Puja tomorrow, and I don't think we have anything else tomorrow, do we, on the calendar except Guru Puja? So,
doing anything at 1 o'clock and you want to come help set up?
yeah, but if we could help to sort of rearrange this compo right now, if you have time, that would be wonderful. She nearly died yesterday. Yeah, but she's feeling a little bit better today.
She is not in danger anymore.
Yeah, but still, Medicine Buddha,
she's very weak.
You know, nothing wrong with saying some mantras. Not just for her, we did it for everyone, right?